Hello guys, hope you're well. In today's session, we are going to talk about how you can catch big moves in the V75 index market. Okay, also for some of us who do not like watching the chart all day, um, this is a very simple way of catching those big trends that will give you 10 times, 20 times, or even more of what you risk. Okay, so um, there are two ways to grow an account fast. Number one is just catch a trend that gives you about 20 times your risk and add as the market goes your way. Okay, so if you catch a trend that goes like 20 times what you risk initially, you can add into that trend and you end up growing your account very fast. Or you look for a simple strategy, but this one you would have to watch the market all the time. A simple strategy that works on the lower time frame that gives you many trades, and that way you can grow your account fast. But this is another way of doing it, and this is what I'm going to be explaining in this video. Okay, so to do that, first of all, you need three time frames. Okay, three time frames. Number one, we need the trend time frame, we need the setup time frame, and we need the entry time frame. Okay, so um, the distance between the trend time frame and the entry time frame should be 24 data points. Okay, so you need 24 data points to establish your entry, your setup chart. Okay, so if your trend chart is a daily chart, if you divide um, that by 24, we will have the 1 hourly chart. Okay, so there are 24 1 hourly charts in a daily chart. Okay, but then your entry chart will now be 10 times lower than this one. In this case now, roughly will be the 5 minutes chart. This is going to be your entry chart. So you will find your trend or um, your price action chart on the daily. You find your setups on the 1 hourly, and you enter on the 5 minutes. Okay, so first of all, on the daily, we are not looking for any strategy really. Okay, on the daily, what you're looking for is price action, what the market is actually doing. So to do this, to be able to catch big moves in the market, you need to understand price action. Okay, you need to understand how the market moves. Okay, for you to be able to do this, if you don't understand price action, there is no way to be able to do it. Price action is very simple. Okay, the market trends, it ranges, it pulls back, and it breaks out. Okay, that's all the market does. Okay, so in a trend like that, you see the market making high highs and high lows, high highs and high lows in the range. You can see this is a trend. Then the market started ranging, started trending again. It will form higher highs and higher lows in the trend. Then you should just know simple tools that will help you to find important areas on your chart. Okay, like the trend lines, horizontal support and resistances, and all that. Okay, you just need those two tools. You just need trend lines and horizontal support and resistance, and that is okay. That is enough to be able to find those important areas on your chart. Okay, so you don't just jump into um, the 10-minute chart and start looking for setups everywhere. Okay, you need to first of all go to the daily chart uh, and look for those important areas. When you find those important areas, then you can now switch to the lower time frames and find your entries. Okay, so uh, let's say for example we just use only the trend lines as our guide. Okay, as our guide in finding those important areas. So you will draw a trend line this way, right? You draw a trend line this way, and all you are looking for is the third touch of the trend line. You can see right there the market touched the trend line here. Okay, so when this happens, you have to switch to the 1 hourly chart, to find a setup, okay, based on your strategy. So that setup, you have to look for it above the break of this trend line, the opposing trend line. Okay, so when the market breaks this opposing trend line, you look for your strategy, you enter there. Your target has to be the next high. Okay, so your entry, your setup will be somewhere down here. Then you enter on the very lower time frame and you target here. Okay, so let me show you guys what I mean. So if I should go to the 1 hourly chart now. Okay, the 1 hourly chart, depending on which strategy you use, you find your entry somewhere here. Okay, somewhere there. So if it's the 1 to 3 setups that we always like taking, okay, so you can see right there we had 1, 2, 3. Okay, so then in this case now you switch to 5 minutes, which is your entry time frame, and your setup will be another 1 to 3 setup on the 5-minute chart. Okay, so you can see right there you had a 1 to 3 setup there after the break of this one. So you enter there, your stop loss is just going to be below that low, and then you target at least 10 times your risk. Okay, so this is how you catch big moves in the market. Okay, you don't do that by going to the lower time frame and snatching 10 or 20 pips. Okay, so look at this now. In this case, you'll have probably entered here. Okay, so depending on how you add to your position, if the market does 2 times your risk, you add to the position. Does 4 times the risk, you add to the position. So in that pullback, you would not have been stopped out because so you add like 3 times or 4 times as in your way, and then when the market hits the target, let's say you started with 100. So with the first position, you will have made like 1,000. The second position will have made around 800. Then this one will make like 50. Then this one will make like 500. This one will make around let's say 300. Okay, so starting from 100 now, you calculate that 1,000 plus 800 plus 5,000 plus 300. Okay, so this will give you 2,600 from what did you start with? You started with 100. Okay, and this is a very cool way to trade. You don't need to be stressed out all day watching the chart. Okay, you just make sure you catch the entry at the start there. When you catch it there, you add as the market goes your way. So with one position now, you'll be able to catch a lot of moves. Okay, and so this is going to be the first 1 to 3 setup on the higher time frame. As long as the market has not hit this bigger one, you are still good to take more entries. Okay, so as long as you didn't take out that line there, that red line from the daily chart, you are still good to take more entries on the lower time frame. So we have another trend line here. Okay, on this 1 hourly chart now. So on the 5-minute chart, we can take more entries here. So we can switch to the 5 minutes again, and after that 1 to 3 setup on the 5 minutes, after the break of the trend line and the 1 to 3 setup, you can take an entry there, the tight stop loss, and make another 10 times your risk. Okay, so even this one went like 13 times or so of the risk. Okay, but 10 times is I think it's a good target for this kind of way of trading. So let's check out another another scenario. I'm going to showcase a lot of scenarios in this video so that you know that this thing actually works. It's not a one-time you know, when I show a lot of entries, you will see that it actually works. Okay, so this is the first bounce. This is another bounce here of the trend line. So on the lower time frame, you need the breakout from this opposing trend line, then you look for your entries on an even lower time frame. Okay, so we had the breakout here. Okay, breakout there, and then our entry will be on a lower time frame like the M5. So okay, so if I should switch to the M5 here, after the pullback, in this case probably you will have been stopped out. Okay, so okay, in this case now we didn't have a clean pullback. Okay, we need a clean pullback, something of that nature, something of this nature. When the market pulls back neatly like it did in the previous example, and we need a breakout of that, and then we enter after the pullback. Okay, now that was what I was looking for, not this kind of range here. Okay, if we should switch, so right now you can see that kind of pullback here. So we have that pullback, but we did not have the continue. Maybe you took a trade here and had a loss. You are going to have a loss in this strategy. It's not a 100% winning strategy, unfortunately. Okay, so here now. Okay, so we had I'm trying to find a okay, so this is a breakout pullback that stopped at the 21 EMA. Then you go to the lower time frame and you look for your entry on M5. Okay, so take your trade there, the stop loss down there, and then after the first target you got kicked out. Okay, but that's okay because we manage our risk. Okay, again you can still try here again. You can try multiple times until you're able to get that one that moves. So we have another one. So for this now we had okay, so you take an entry here, stop loss below there, and then I think this one went well, around 10 times your risk. Okay, so depending on where you kept your stop loss, okay, the best place to keep your stop loss is always below the previous swing. Okay, so you don't get stopped out unnecessarily. So you enter here, the stop loss below there, and then you target all the way up there. Okay, at least 5 times or more of your risk. Okay, so that's it. There's another setup here and another one here. So for this one now, if I go to the M5, this is the entry here. With a, depending on where you kept your stop loss, maybe below here, target at least 5 times your risk. Okay, see there, hits the target. Okay, this is another one. You can take this one as well, but the stop loss will be probably too far away, so you might need to use a trend line stop loss for this one. So you have an entry with a stop loss below the trend line, and then you target up there. Okay, so this is how you are able to catch very big moves in the market. Okay, and you can also do this thing with your horizontal support and resistance levels. Okay, not just the trend lines. So on those higher time frames, you don't really need the moving averages. Okay, although you can use it as well. For example, some people might the moving average is also a strong support level if you know how to use it. For example, here you go to the 1 hourly chart here now. Let me click on home. Okay, so let's go to that area. So around this area here, if I should draw this thing clearly now, draw it correctly. So you will have to switch to a lower time frame. Let's say M5 here, and you catch your big move there. Okay, so you can see this is the 1 2 3 setup that we're talking about. So you enter the tight stop loss or a stop loss below here, and the market goes your way. Okay, at least 5 times your risk. If you're putting your stop loss below that point, it's going to be safer. You're not going to be stopped out all the time. But if you put it below here, you're going to be able to catch more moves, bigger moves. Okay, like 10 times your risk or so. But the other one will allow you to catch let's say 5 times your risk. Okay, let's check out another one. Let me go to H1 again. So the major target is actually up there. Here is the major target. So there's another one here, another setup, another pullback. Wait for the pullback, and the entry on the 5-minute chart. So you enter there, maybe stop loss below this level, then you target at least 5 times your risk. Okay, and this one is a little bit tricky because it came back after going 3 times the risk. So depending on how you manage your trade, you'll be able to catch something. Okay, so we already had a trend line here, so you might keep it below the trend line. Just find a way to enter on the lower time frame. Okay, but always use the higher time frame as a confluence. Okay, so for me, I have a strategy that says when the market forms a trend line after the breakout of the previous trend line, I can enter on this one. So let's say I got stopped out on this one, I lose 1 to 1, then I take another trade down here. I take another trade down here, the stop loss below there, and that will give me around at least 5 times my risk. Okay, so this is how you can catch very big moves in the market. Okay, so you can see the resistance is already there, so you just take your profit and leave. Okay, so when the market gets close to that place, started getting closer to that place, you start getting so when the market gets closer to it, you don't target too much. Okay, so for this one now, you just with an entry here, stop loss below there, maybe 2 times your risk, you just target. Okay, so this is how you can catch big moves. Okay, let's go back to the daily chart again and see so like I said, you can also use the horizontal support and resistances. Okay, like this one. So this is a bounce here, which you can use to draw your support. There's another bounce here you can use to draw your resistance. Okay, so as a trend follower, you might not take this one. You might wait for the market to come down here before looking for a trade. But here, after this place, let's go to the lower time frame, the 1 hourly chart. Let's see what happened there. Okay, so on this 1 hourly chart now, is that the area? Let's go back to the daily and see. Okay, so this is what we had. If I go back to the 1 hourly chart, okay, so on this 1 hourly chart right now, we had a downtrend here. This is the prevailing trend. So we're waiting for a breakout and a 1 2 3 setup above there to take an entry. Okay, so this is the range. Okay, this is a breakout here, or you take this one here. This more cleaner. Either you take this one or the other one. So we'll go to the 5-minute chart there. So this time frame now, you can see this is going to be your entry, your stop loss, maybe below here or below there. But we didn't have any higher low, so you might just keep it below here. This is the first higher low, so be below the first higher low, and it gave it three times your risk before doing any other thing. So it kicks you out there, then you look for another entry. It came back down there, touch the line, give it 1 2 3 setup again. You try again. Sorry, this is supposed to be the 1 hourly chart. Okay, so it came back, give another setup. So then go to the 5-minute chart and you take your entry here again, depending on how you manage the trade. Maybe take 1 to 1 here, and then it stops you out again. So after trying this thing like 3 times, you should probably stop. Okay, maybe the market doesn't want to keep going up. Okay, so tries again, does the 1 2 3 setup again. So you ignore every sell setup you get here. Okay, it's not valid. So try again on M5. You have that. So this is the entry, stop loss below there, and you 1 to 1, you take some partial position and you get stopped out again. So after this point, you stop taking any trade. You go back to the daily chart and see what's happening. Okay, so you can see right there that we had a range. Okay, so at that point you don't trade anymore. Okay, so you withdraw, you can then start withdrawing your support resistance. You can see right there and here. Okay, market went all the way up, came back to it, and here we can start looking for another entry on the 1 hourly chart. To the 1 hourly chart, you can see anytime you get after the break of the trend line, anytime you get a pullback, to the moving average, you look for your entry on the lower time frame. Okay, M5 for example, this is going to be an entry. There's stop loss below there, and we made at least 12 times the risk. So you can see the target is going to be the high of this, it's going to be this area as a major target right there. So catch the trade and just ride it for as long as it keeps giving you profits. Okay, so let's look at this one again as well. 5-minute chart. Okay, look at the pullback there, the breakout of that trend line. We take an entry here. You see, it doesn't matter if you had entered somewhere here because you are targeting very big. Okay, you are targeting like 5 times your risk, 10 times your risk. So even if you had 2 losses here while trying to catch this move, it's always a good thing. Okay, because you will always come out in profit. Okay, so we have this one went at least 10 times, at least 10 times the risk. Okay, so you can see the power of taking trades like this way. Okay, so this is not a strategy for catching 10 or 20 pips in the market. This is going to be for catching very big moves in the market. Okay, moves where you leave, you catch and hold for 1 month or 2 or even 2 weeks. So we are going to check out another one. Let's go back to the daily. So there was a resistance here, resistance right there, and this is going to be that area. So you go back to the 1 hourly chart, and it's a 1 2 3 setup. Okay, so this is it. So you try this one, you're probably going to be kicked out. Okay, so let me go back to the daily chart. The 1 hourly chart. So let's go back to the 5. So on this one now, take your entry there, your stop loss above that place. We probably took 1 to 1 and that is all, get stopped out. Okay, you go back to the 1 hourly chart and withdraw the trend line, because okay, so you probably withdrew the trend line this way, try again to catch the move. There was no setup, look at all those crosses everywhere. So we withdraw the, you might try to withdraw this bigger trend line, wait for the breakout, try again. Okay, so go to the 1 hourly chart. On the 5-minute chart, we try again to catch that move. Okay, so try to catch this move here. Just stop loss above the trend. Okay, so slowly, after it does 2 times your risk, it stops you out. Okay, so after 2 or 3 trials, I decide to stop taking all this kind of trades. Okay, so the market started trending. Let's leave all these things, and the market started trending, right? Or you might even can still take all these little ones. And on the lower time frame, you see that all these tiny moves will give you like 10 times or even 5 times your risk. Okay, so we have this again, this move here, straight line here, the support right there. The market broke out, pulled back to it, to that area, and in this area we're very interested in taking the trade. So we switch to the lower time frame. So in areas like that, like this, or areas like this one, where the market pulls back to the previous level of resistance, okay, we'll be very interested in taking trades. Okay, like this one as well. This area is very powerful. Okay, this one as well. This area is kind of powerful, but it gave you a double top there, and already gave you a signal that it wanted to fall. But it doesn't matter if you won't try it. Still a good thing. Okay, so on the 1 hourly chart here, we had this is the downtrend. This is the 1 hourly chart setup, and this is going to be the target. The target is going to be that next level of resistance there. So you switch down to the 5-minute chart, take your entry there. So entry here with a stop loss below there. You have caught at least 6 times your risk before the market got up there. So this is how you catch big moves in the market. Okay, unless you want to be a scalper. Scalpers don't go for big moves. Let's try this one as well. Okay, so we have this trend line. I have to draw it from here like that. At the breakout, the entry is going to be this is going to be the setup. So you switch to the 5-minute chart and look for the entry here. stop loss below there, and this is how you're going to catch at least 7 times your risk. So you can see for all these ones, you can see you can always catch at least 5 times your risk. So it doesn't matter even if you lose like 3 times while trying to catch it, your account will still be positive in the end. Go back to the daily again. Okay, so I think I've made a okay, even if I go back, even if I check this one as well, this one as well. So I think you get a point already. Okay, so you use the daily chart, your 5-minute chart for your setup. Okay, so if you have a strategy that gives you entry signals on the daily chart, maybe gives you signals on the 1-hourly chart, you can just combine the daily chart, use the daily chart to look for important areas and trade in line with the daily trend. Okay, so here now we have this. You could have taken your entry on the lower time frame. Okay, after the breakout, pull back over here is still an entry. So you see, after I try to bounce, it didn't do that, then give a setup. So you take a trade with your stop loss down there, then maybe ATR stop loss, then target at least 10 times or 5 times your risk. Yeah, so this is how we catch big moves on volatility 75. Could also have entered here to catch your big move. Okay, as long as the market didn't take out this high, we can always add more. Okay, so whenever the market pulls back to the trend line, you are looking for more entries. Okay, so there's another entry, stop loss below. You see right there, at least 5 times the risk. So another pullback on the 1-hourly chart. Take your entry on M5. So try the first time, probably got stopped out. Try the second time again, and this one would have worked out. Okay, giving at least 5 times the risk. So there's the power of it. This is the power of it. Let me still keep on giving examples. Okay, here, this one here. If you would have tried it, probably would have gotten stopped out. Okay, because the market was. This is not a perfect pullback. Okay, this is just more of a range. So, but if I go to the 1-hourly chart, and this is that area, okay, you can still catch some movement, even given the fact that the market did not do much. So go to the 5-minute chart. So you take your entry right there, the stop loss below there, and see, it gave at least 4 times the risk. Okay, so at that point, depending on how you manage your trade, maybe you take out some position here and leave the rest to run, or however you manage the trade, you have gotten stopped out at that point. So after it stops you out, then you have to readjust the trend line again, and then wait for the breakout before. Don't try to catch moves down here, okay, because you don't really know how far it's going to go. Okay, so in this case now, this area here, we had doing this video because I get a lot of messages. I get a lot of you guys sending me messages asking me how to um, catch big moves in the market. Okay, this is how to do it. You don't catch big moves by going to uh, 10 minute or the 1 minute chart. Okay, you go to the daily chart, the higher time frames, and know where the market is going, and then you apply your strategy to catch those big moves on those lower time frames. Okay, so let me check the objects. And again, when you guys when you send me a message, right, you have to be very precise. Okay, don't just send me a message and say hi. What do you want me to say? When you send me a message and all you say is hi, how are you? Okay, you have to be precise. You have to tell me what you really want so that I'll be able to reply you and give you the response that you actually want. Okay, not ordinary blank messages like hi. Okay, so this is going to be the 1 hourly chart. Okay, so this is the setup here. When the market breaks out, gives you a setup, take your trade, put your stop loss above there, then at least 3 times your risk. Make right there. Okay, go back to the 1 hourly chart. So maybe target down there or somewhere here. So you catch that move. Let's go back to the daily chart. Okay, so at this point now, the market already broke the trend line, so you can start drawing the trend line. Also, another thing you should note is when the market is breaking the trend line like that, this is also another opportunity for you to take a trade. So if it breaks a higher time frame trend line like this trend line here, I'm talking about this one, I'll change the color to, yeah, you can see this trend line. When it breaks it, you can still go to the lower time frame, say the 1 hourly chart, and in that area you can look for your trades. Okay, look for your trades. At this point, you try to catch a trade here. It would have worked because the market went below the moving averages. Okay, and you never really caught a good setup until the market broke out of this range. Grab this 1 to 3 setup, and on the 5 minute chart, you have taken your entry here. Okay, taking your entry here. The stop loss below there, and yeah, it's like at least 10 times the risk. So bounce of trend lines, break of trend lines, bounce of support resistance levels, break of those levels will surely give you those bigger movements. Okay, so at this point now the market started ranging. If you're a range trader, you can still catch some good moves here. Okay, on the lower time frame, this one you will need a very low time frame to be able to catch these bounces here. Okay, but we're not going to discuss that today. Here is going to be another bounce of the trend line. 1 hourly chart is a bounce. Okay, this is the setup, 1 to 3 setup I'm looking for. Then you catch the move on the lower time frame on the 5 minute. Okay, so after the breakout of the 2 to 3 line here, take your trade. The stop loss below there, at least catch 3 times your risk. Okay, this is so after the market got here, never broke, came back again, touched the line, gave another 1 to 3 setup. Okay, So you wait for the breakout, and over the breakout, then you start looking for your setups. Okay, so take a trade. If you're not aggressive traders will have taken the trade right there. But if you're not aggressive, just wait for this break. Go to your 5-minute chart and wait for the break of this counter trend line. Catch your move and target at least 5 times your risk. Okay, so this is how you catch big moves. Okay, don't just go to the lower time. But if you go to the lower time frames, you will see those. You see your signal, your strategy will produce setups everywhere. So you don't really know the most important areas to take trades. So let's say I'm on a 1-minute chart right now. I might see a setup here and take a trade against this trend line. Okay, so that's why you need higher time frame confidence to be able to trade, catch big moves. Yeah, so if you try to catch big moves and it's not been working for you, the reason is because you are stuck on those lower time frames. Okay, if you want to catch a big move, you need confidence of the higher time frames. Okay, so let's go here right now. Let's go to the 1 hourly chart. In the 1 hourly chart, you can see right there like this. Then you try here, probably will have given you a loss, but that's okay because if you're targeting, you're not like targeting 1-to-1, right? You're targeting like 5 times your risk. So having a loss is not really all that of a big deal when it comes to this strategy. Okay, so go to M5 here, probably taking a trade here, and depending on how you manage the trade, some traders will just when it gives you 1-to-1, you move to break even, or you take out half, or you just leave it. Okay, depending on how you do it, you might have gotten stopped out or not, doesn't matter. Okay, on H1, if you go back to H1, look at the setup. The next one here, where is the target? Go to the daily to look for targets. Okay, so when you have something like that, your target is going to be just down there. Okay, the lows down here is going to be your target. Okay, so if you go to the H1 here, so at that point you can see that we had a very tiny target. Okay, so we don't go for too much. So we go to M5, and at that point this is the breakout. Okay, your entry is going to be there, the stop loss above there, so you catch like 4 times your risk. Okay, and that is it. The market even still went down like 13 times your risk. For you're not a magician, so there's no way of knowing that. Okay, so I think I made my point on this video. Okay, tomorrow we're going to continue with another part of the series. Okay, where I will show a strategy. Actually, let me open my. Actually, let me leave it for another day. Okay, it's a strategy and outside bar breakout strategy. Okay, multiple inside bar. A case whereby you have one inside bar, one outside bar, and 3 inside bars there, and then you need your moving average to give you the trend, and then your entry would be a pending order above there, stop loss below there, and then you target at least 3 times your risk for this one. Target 2 times your risk for this one. Okay, 2 or 3 times your risk. Okay, so if you're interested in that, just hit the like button and subscribe so that you will not miss the next part of the video. Okay, so that is it.